Into a tournament setting like this, do you kind of, and you're having potentially back-to-back games, does that kind of force you to prepare for a lot of different things?
Yeah, I think it does, but I think the good thing is, we've played everyone
Yep.
twice, and I think now you can't overthink it. You got to be who you are, and we took Sunday and Monday off. We needed the rest, and then today and tomorrow we'll kind of mix some of our stuff with some West Virginia stuff, some TCU stuff, because you don't know who you're going to play. So 2 good work days here, and then head down to Kansas City, and Thursday will be stretching, shooting, kind of get your legs back again and play Friday night.
I know when the bracket comes out, it's got to be natural for you to just look at the whole thing. What do you think about your guys' draw in general, not just first round, but the entire thing
No,
potentially?
no, it's okay. I mean, obviously, you're playing again either West Virginia or TCU, and then you're looking at maybe Texas, and then obviously Baylor on the other side. But that's the great thing about these tournaments is, that number I've always said just dictates what color jersey you're wearing. Everyone gets another chance. You look at all the other women's tournaments. I think SEC is 7 seed wins. Utah is a 6 seed gets to the final. Miami's a 7 seed gets to the final. That's the nature of these tournaments is everyone gets one more chance. Everyone and you just don't know what's going to happen. So all of our kids have played in this win or go home kind of format their whole life. So hopefully you have that mindset, and it's fun to be back in Kansas City, and I think our kids are really looking forward to the tournament.
Is that a talking point for them? Look around at how these other tournaments have gone, because
Yeah,
in a sense, it's kind of weird to think that even as a 2 seed, you're kind of an underdog of sorts.
yeah, no, I think so. I mean, our kids follow it; they pay attention to it. This group probably more than some groups we've had. So, and it's not just the women's tournaments. I mean, they follow the men's tournaments. They love to watch basketball, and so yeah, you know what's going to happen. So, I think every single kid, has a different way of going about it. Some of them are ultra focused on themselves and what we need to do, and other ones have more of a big picture view of it. So, the bottom line is, it's our turn to play. So many of these tournaments have already gone on, so now it's our turn. And I think after the last 2 years of not having a normal Kansas City experience, I think our team is really, really excited about that.
We've always been a big proponent for Kansas City and having those tournaments happen at the same time. Just how special is it to be back there, especially after this season? Program record overall wins, Big
Yeah.
12 wins, you're on a roll.
No, I think it's great. I think I've said this many times, and it sounds funny, but Jamie Pollard and Callie Sanders have been banging the table for this every single Big 12 meeting. I think it's the greatest thing we can do. It's the center of the college basketball world in Kansas City, and to be in a city that's so consumed by college basketball, so many fans, the men's and the women's tournament together. I think it's really, really great, and I think it's something that our kids are, like you said, 2 years ago they canceled it. Last year we played, but it was bizarre in a lot of ways. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially, and again, with the guys doing so well. And so we just want to be a part of it, and hopefully it's something that, that they'll enjoy.
How's Maggie doing, and where are you guys at from a house standpoint in general?
Maggie's okay. I mean, she's not practicing much. We're just trying to get her to the finish line. She's she's on a pitch count, and she's probably looking at 10 to 12 minutes a game, maybe a few more here and there.
You don't need 9 innings out of her.
No, we can't get 9. No, she's what do they call it? An opener. Yeah, she's not the starter. But she's we talked about it the other day, and she's accepted the fact that we're down to 3 weeks to go. If this was November or December, it would really stink. But it's the end of the year. Let's just find a way for her to contribute, do what she can. We got to manage it the best we can, but she'll play, but it'll be limited.
Just ongoing.
Yeah, it's the same stuff, and the problem is you can't overwork her, and that means she can't get her conditioning back. She's kind of caught in that middle, and the number one thing for her is for her to recover, she needs some rest. Well, you can't do that during the season, so we're going to get it to the end, and then in the spring and summer, hopefully she'll have about 6 months to really get it back.
All Big 12 teams announced. Ashley 3-time unanimous. I mean, what does that say about her? That's tough to do in this league, to have that staying power, and everyone says, yeah, you're one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great testament of not just her ability, but her consistency. And the one thing I told all three of those kids is the greatest thing I think is it was picked by the other coaches that they play against. And I don't get to vote. So for our players, I get to vote, but not for our players. But so when the 9 coaches in the league, number one, all vote for Ash, all of them, and the other one. So I think it says a lot about their work ethic, how they played, how they performed. And over 18 games, the other 9 coaches in the league really saw those 3 as 3 of the best players in our league. I don't disagree at all, but it's nice that it's recognized by the people that we play against.
If Ashley hadn't been unanimous, would you be trying to figure out who didn't put her on?
Yeah, there would have been a discussion of some kind. I mean, there's certain people that that would have been an interesting vote, but I'm glad we don't have to go there.
When you don't know who you're going up against quite yet, does that allow you to focus on your own team for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of do that a lot, which isn't a bad thing. And if it's West Virginia, we just played them. If it's TCU, we didn't play them that long ago, and we played them both twice. But it does give us a chance to kind of tweak a few things. You can't, we're in that, we play 40-minute games, so we're kind of in we practice hard for 40 minutes. So it's a little bit of us, a little bit of them, but mainly it's just, let's just kind of get ourselves together and kind of get into that March mode. But our kids have handled that really, really well. There's not many times like that during a year. You're always, who's next, and that's not the situation now, but our kids have handled that really well for the most part, so we'll stick with that.